When we began our research on leadership over 20 years ago, we were troubled by the prevailing assumption that leadership is associated with the actions of people at the top. We were troubled by the belief that leadership is something only a few people can learn, and that the rest of us are doomed to leadership incompetence. We were troubled by the focus on superstar executives as the role models for leadership behavior. It's not that we thought people at the top weren't supposed to be exemplary leaders. It's just that there are so few of them. The obsession with the pinnacle of power and fame left out a whole lot of people. There were certainly more exemplary leaders than the few hundred at the very apex of corporate success. We wanted to know what people from all walks of life and at all levels in the organization did to get extraordinary things done. We thought their actions were worthy of attention. We began studying leadership one person at a time. We asked people to tell us about a time in their lives when they had been at their personal best as leaders. We asked people just like you and the people in your neighborhood. We asked men and women of all ages, races, and religions. We asked people across industries, functions, disciplines, and levels. We asked people from different geographic regions and from all over the globe. And you know what? Everyone had a story to tell, and that's still true today. We've found exemplary leadership in churches and faith-based organizations, for-profit firms and not-for-profits, manufacturing and service organizations, governmental agencies, schools, the armed forces, healthcare, entertainment, and community services. Leaders reside in every city and country, in every position and place. They're employees and volunteers, young and old, rich and poor, male and female. Leadership knows no racial or religious bounds, no ethnic or cultural borders. We find exemplary leadership everywhere we look. From our examination of these cases, as well as through the analyses of empirical data from tens of thousands of our leadership practices inventories, we've discovered that regardless of level, place, discipline, style, race, age, gender, religion, or personality, leaders exhibit similar behaviors when they guide others along pioneering journeys. Although each case has been unique in its expression, we've been able to detect a similar pattern to leaders' actions, a pattern we call the 5 practices of exemplary leadership. We've found that when performing at their best, leaders 1. Model the way, 2. Inspire a shared vision, 3. Challenge the process, 4. Enable others to act. 5. Encourage the heart. The 5 practices are not the private property of the people we studied or the personal domain of a few select shining stars. Our research challenges the myth that leadership is something inherent in the DNA or is found only at the highest levels of the organization, whether it's the executive suite or the pulpit. The theory that there are only a few men and women who can lead us to greatness is just plain wrong. Leadership is a process ordinary people use when they are bringing forth the best from themselves and others. Leadership is everyone's business. This book is about how Christian leaders apply the 5 practices to the work of mobilizing others to get extraordinary things done.